The quest for well-being is more important today than ever before. I am Sarah from Swisse Wellness, and we have one very important mission: to help you become healthier and happier. For those not fully familiar, Swisse Wellness is a leading supplements and skincare brand established over 50 years ago in Australia. Our product range across multiple countries in the world includes top-selling men's and women's multivitamins, omegas, supplements for gut health and natural skincare, all formulated with premium ingredients based on traditional and scientific evidence. Do check out our Instagram page and website at www.swisse.co.in and find out more about our products. To discuss with me today, I have two amazing actors and stars from Australia and India. Our first guest today is a world-renowned actor, movie star, and wellness business owner. Someone at Swisse we are proud to call our global ambassador for over 3 years, as he truly embodies wellness and shares his love of what nature has to offer. I am honoured to welcome Chris Hemsworth.
Hello, thank you very much for having me. How are you?
Great, thank you for joining us. Really looking forward to having a discussion with you today. But first, I'd love to introduce our second guest, who is one of India's most successful actresses, having played the lead in some of the biggest hits in the last decade and delivering stellar performances in Bollywood cinema. Please join with me in welcoming Sonakshi Sinha to the show.
Thank you so much, Sarah. So sweet of you. Hi, Chris.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Good to be here. Good to see you both.
Fantastic to be here.
So Chris and Sonakshi, welcome. All the viewers are super excited to hear from you, so we'll get started. Let me begin with you first, Chris. How are you and how have you been managing your health and well-being through these crazy COVID times?
I'm doing very well. I've been in Australia for most of the time during COVID, and I just recently came to Prague where I'm shooting a film, and it's very different weather, here in Prague, snowing, it's very cold, whereas I left what we were going into summertime. So my body's kind of, jumping around a little bit, but I've been staying healthy, right back in Australia, just making sure I kept up, proper nutritional plan, trained a lot, spent a lot of time outside, tried to be mindful and, not get too stressed. I think stress is probably the biggest indicator or the biggest sort of catalyst for when I've gotten sick in the past, or most people. So just trying to stay positive and level.
Thank you. You've really set the context for this discussion, how our health, both physical, mental and emotional, needs to be our number one focus during these times. Before we deep dive into this, Sonakshi, India had a very challenging second wave a couple of months back. Although things are much better now and a sense of normalcy is returning, how has it been for you personally?
Personally, I would say I had it luckier than most people, so I really can't complain. I think the world came to a standstill, and India was hit really, really bad. A lot of people kind of were hit badly financially, physically. I mean, a lot of people lost their lives due to COVID. And, we just, as a country, I just feel we're so good at bouncing back from whatever is thrown at us. We as Indians, I think everybody found hope and togetherness, being kind to each other. I think that is something that has got us through this entire crisis. And right now, yes, you're right. We're slowly coming back to being normal. And I'm truly happy to be back on set, to be filming, to be back at work. So definitely it was a difficult time for everyone, but we've been strong through it, and we're bouncing back.
Yes, it's been really inspiring across the world to see the collective power and kindness of the human spirit in helping one another. And I think you're absolutely right. In India and Australia, we are very good at that, and it's often during a crisis that everyone comes together and that strength really comes out. So thank you for sharing that. Let me turn back to you, Chris. I keep asking myself, in terms of emotional and mental health, What are some of the things that you do? Work has been made complicated, but has continued for you. And I think also, like myself, having young children during this time has been a blessing, but has also made things more challenging.
Look, I've been really busy the last 10 or 12 years. I've worked pretty consistently and haven't had much of a break. So, as tricky and challenging as it was to be home for kind of 18 months straight, which I haven't done in a long time, I was so thankful to be with my kids and family and just be settled in one place. And even when I am working, that's what I'm always chasing or trying to find, is just stillness and calm in amongst the chaotic, travel and lifestyle and work environment. So yeah, I meditate a bit, but for me, I find movement also is like a meditation. If I can get in the ocean and surf in particular, that definitely is the most grounding place for me, and it centers me. And then also, eating the right food. I find if I love a cheap meal or go and have a pizza or a burger or whatever, but like most of us, it's sort of an instant gratification and then, dips off afterward. You don't feel so good. So just, having that balance, and I have a bit of a, 80-20 rule with it, which I think, works so far. So.
Yeah, well captured. I agree with you. I think we need to, one, find our support system and those people around us, our friends and family. And I think, Sonakshi, you'll also talk about that. We'll talk about that in a moment. I think following that work schedule and maintaining the normalcy from that perspective is very important, to also help maintain that work-life balance. But then, Chris, as you say, the physical side of things offers many benefits, and it's not just for your body, but also for your mind. So, Sonakshi, that leads me to ask you, I have been reading a lot of positive things and discussions around mental health in India at the moment. What have you done to maintain that right kind of mental balance during these times?
I think what Chris said was right. I was with my family as well, and what you said was bang on. You do need to have a support system that kind of stands by you, is there for you, helps you keep sane, no matter what you're going through. And in India, especially, I think there's been a lot of stigma around talking about mental health. Not many people were open about it, or not many people wanted to address a problem that they might have been having. Until very recently, and a lot of people are now more open, coming out, speaking about mental health and the problems that they have, and which helps to encourage other people to do the same. And the fact that it's not looked at as taboo anymore, or and the fact that you can openly speak about it, I think is a big step in the way people are accepting it and like talking about it. And it's just very important to be able to speak your mind. And I think to be healthy, you have to be healthy in your mind first, and I think the body just kind of follows. So yes, like Chris said, doing things that keep you happy, finding maybe a hobby. Like for me, I love to dive. So whenever I can, whenever I feel like things are getting too much or I'm getting overwhelmed with work, I take off. I just like to be under the ocean, and that's what I do. So it's very important to find that one thing that does balance you, center you, and keep you sane. Earlier, I was working nonstop, so I barely made any time for myself. And right now, just when this lockdown hit, that's when you realize that, you do need to take a step back and just take a breather and put in that work, put in that time for yourself, even if it means just doing nothing. You can't constantly be doing something. It gets to you. So it's, important to find something that kind of centers you, and taking care of yourself physically, mentally. I think it all just kind of goes hand in hand.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people over the past couple of years have even found a creative outlet in that sense, as well as maintaining that physical side of things and spending time with those who they are close to. Is it different now to what it was before, given there's so much focus on immunity?
It is. I make sure I have the right amount of supplements in conjunction with a great diet. Like I have a lot of fruit and vegetables. healthy proteins, plant proteins as well sometimes. The first time I played 4, I just had tons and tons of red meat and chicken and a little bit of vegetables. There wasn't much else. And so I've certainly, over the years, talking to different people and different nutritionists, I have a much more balanced diet now, and I think that's key. And then keeping up my vitamin C intake. I have a lot of multivitamins and so on that I weave in, because you can have the greatest attempt at a perfect diet and a nutritional plan, but you're always going to miss something or cut corners. So that's where supplements for me fill in those gaps perfectly.
Well captured. And I think what you're saying in your evolution of your diet is that it has become a lot more balanced, and a balanced diet is one of the keys to keeping yourself fit and building that lasting immunity.
Yeah, definitely. I think too much of anything in any direction is can be a negative. So just keeping a variety in there, balance, making sure the majority of it is healthy, but also allowing yourself to relax a little and, have a cheat day here and there. It may not be the best thing for, I don't know, for your gut in that instance, but I think the mental health portion of that, the smile and
Absolutely.
ice cream on pizza is, I think, a huge plus. So I'll take that. That's
Definitely.
That's my excuse anyway when I have too much of the wrong.
Well, you're being good to your gut most of the time. You can give that one day to your mind.
Good.
You're no stranger, Chris, to having to change your physical appearance for your movie roles and to be in peak fitness at times, as we talked about. Sonakshi, what does being and staying healthy mean to you? And I'm also really keen to hear about your movie roles, and one where you had to be incredibly fit to do fight scenes where you did all the stunts yourself, I believe.
Yes, I did. Like I said, health begins with me in the mind, and the body just kind of follows. So we as actors, I think we lead such erratic lives, and our lifestyle is so erratic that, sometimes you skip meals, sometimes you're not getting to eat enough, sometimes you have to eat in a hurry and just move on to what you're doing next. And anyway, the typical Indian diet just gives you maybe less than 70% of the nutrition that you should be getting. So where does the rest come from? I think that's where you guys come in. And honestly, like, I have been on your supplements. I've been taking the omega oils, I've been taking the vitamin B, I've been taking the magnesium, and I can tell, like, my energy levels are good. I feel more balanced in life, like in my head, in my body. It's been easier for me to kind of, stay focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. I just put on weight for a film, and I've been trying to lose it. So yeah, it's just keeping me well balanced and well focused, which is what I really, really need right now. So yeah, and other than that, I think our bodies are constantly changing. I've been a part of so many action films, but all the guys were getting to do all the action. So I was like, why should the boys be having all the fun? And somebody offered me an action film, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna do it. So I had to train in mixed martial arts for a long time. So there's a lot of wear and tear in your body, and especially for someone who's not done it for a long time. I used to be very athletic at school. I used to play a lot of sports, but as I started working, kind of let go of that completely. So kind of to get back into that routine and work on something that you've not done in such a long while, it does take a toll on your mind and your body as well. So, but I did it, and I really enjoyed it. And I think that for me, I was an overweight child, believe it or not. I used to weigh 95 kilos before I started working in the movies, and I had to lose 30 kilos, and then I became an actor. And for me, I always have the tendency to put on weight, so I have to be very careful of what I eat, the workout that I do. And I really don't enjoy going to the gym. Like I said, I used to play sports, so that was something that I liked, but now I don't get the time to do it. So you have to find something that you like to do, and then you can just stick to it. So I recently discovered Pilates like about 2-3 years ago, and I've been very, very consistent with that. It's really changed the way that my body reacts to a workout as well. So in the last 3 years, I've seen a drastic change in my structure. So yeah, I think each to his own. Every body is different. Everyone has a different body type. Everybody reacts to different forms of exercise. You just have to kind of find what you like and what works on you, and be consistent. I think consistency is key for anything.
Absolutely. And thank you for sharing that. It's great to hear from you, Sonakshi, on your journey. And absolutely agree that finding something that is right for you is key, because we want to be able to enjoy it whilst we're being healthy as well. And whether that is going to the gym or doing Pilates, I love doing Pilates as well, or whether it's being outside in nature as well. I think the staying healthy, from what you're saying, goes beyond that as well. So what you eat, how you take care of it.
A lot of people have the misconception that being healthy or being fit just means having a good body. No, it doesn't. I could have a great body, but I could probably not run 30 seconds on the treadmill. I'd be huffing and puffing. That means I'm very, very unhealthy. So I think, it's great that, people like you, Chris, I follow you on Instagram, and you really document your health journey out there. And it's inspiring. I think it's great that, people like you inspire other people to take on this journey of fitness and being good to yourself, being good to your bodies. And I am inspired by you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, you too. And just to speak to what you said there about, you don't like going to the gym, and a lot of people talk about that, and they say, oh, I don't like running. And I always just say, well, find something that you do enjoy, as you just said, because there's many, many opportunities to train and move and incorporate movement into your daily life. And it doesn't have to be the gym, lifting weights, running. It's find a sport you like, find a group of friends that you like going outdoors with, and participating in different activities. And I just think it's, as long as you're moving, then that creates the momentum, and the motivation comes with that. So taking that first step is key, and just having some consistency. And even when you don't feel like doing it, just getting up and saying, okay, come on. And then before you know it, it's just a snowball effect. And I find that, once you gravitate towards a particular sport or activity, then it becomes an addiction, a really healthy one. And it's a positive all around.
Yeah.
You really start to gain that momentum. And I'm sure, Sonakshi, as you began when you were younger and you got into movies and you started to lose that weight, it does become quite addictive. And I think finding that thing that you love doing is a really important part of being healthy and leading to a happier life as well.
And it takes trial and error. You have to try everything. You never know what might stick and what might work for you. Like, I used to lift weights. I used to do yoga. I used to, just suddenly go into these phases where I'm only doing cardio. So you have to keep trying different things, and you never know what will really stick to you and your body. So yeah, it's all about trial and error.
Yes. Yeah. Chris, we love how fit you are. You've been an ambassador for Swisse for almost 3 years, but there are a lot of other things that we love about having you as an ambassador. From your perspective, what connects you to the Swisse brand, and can you tell us a little bit about the journey?
It's been a wonderful journey. I think everything that the brand embodies, there's this sort of sense of adventure and discovery in the sourcing of the ingredients, and right back to when the company was formed. But health and wellness as a message and a lifestyle habit is brilliant, and it's something I subscribe to and have always been aligned with the brand and connected to very easily. And it never felt like I was having to sort of educate myself about some new thing I was unaware of. There was a holistic attitude to health and wellness that, again, was very in line with how I live. So it's been an easy, wonderful, fun ride so far.
Thank you. We have enjoyed it as well. We're honoured to have you as an ambassador. Sonakshi, could you share with us and our viewers what you like about Swisse.
I just love how it makes me feel ever since I've been, taking your supplements. Like I said, I'm just feeling better from within. And it's not only about that. I just feel like what you said in the start of the conversation, your motto is to make people happier and healthier. That kind of really resonates with me as well. So I am happier definitely since I've been on your supplements, and healthier for sure. So yeah, keep it up. I'm really glad that I was able to speak to you guys, and I came across your products as well. So yeah, keep it up. You guys are doing a fantastic job. You're definitely making people happier and healthier.
Thank you, Sonakshi, for your love of Swisse. We feel a really strong connection with India because of our fundamental belief at the heart of Swisse that living a healthier life and leading a healthier lifestyle will lead to a happier life. And we feel there's a great connection there where, as I said, we're very excited to be in India and looking forward to continuing to bring Swisse to India and introducing our high quality products to more and more consumers, to more and more Indian consumers.
I'm sure you'll do very, very well.
Thank you. Speaking of India, Chris, you have a lot of Indian fans watching your movies, and I understand that you're very popular in India. Sonakshi, I'm sure you can back me up on that one.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you very much. I do.
In fact, there was so much buzz and chatter. I think you were here to shoot Extraction.
Yeah. And
yeah,
we had an incredible time. I love the people. I love the food. There was very warm and welcoming atmosphere when we were there, and we had thousands of people turning up to watch us shooting and cheering at the end of every take. And it was like being on stage somewhere. It was a very unique, special experience, and one I hold very, very close to my heart and always will.
Yes, India loves you, Chris.
I love India.
There you go. I think that color and life of India has to be something that everyone says that they love about India. Chris, I'm sure many people will be looking forward to your next trip to India. And at the moment, you're filming Extraction 2. So perhaps Extraction 3 could go back to India.
Go back to India, we could. We're going to circle the globe and come back around.
Yeah, you must.
Sonakshi, what has been your most challenging role to date? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yes, I kind of got derailed. I feel like you asked me this question. I went on another tangent. But yeah, so I did this action film, and it was called Akira. And I think that was most challenging for me because it was physically as well as emotionally challenging. It was a very heavy role that I was playing. And I'm usually the kind of actor who just switches on and off with the camera. Like if the camera is rolling, that's when I act. I don't kind of dwell on, a character and their feelings and their emotions until the camera is rolling. So, but that one was definitely challenging. I felt like it required a lot more out of me than what I was normally doing. And I like that. I like being challenged. I like being pushed to my limits, and that film really did that. So it's one of my most special roles, and it's one of my most difficult roles as well.
Amazing. I have seen the trailer, and I am going to go and watch the movie now. So I'm looking forward to that. So we're almost at the end of the show, but before we go, we have a surprise for our viewers. We are going to do some rapid fire questions just so that we know what has been on your mind recently. So are you both up for that?
Always.
Okay. What we might do is I will fire a question. I'm going to go in quick succession, and then Sonakshi, perhaps you go first, and then Chris, you can jump in straight afterwards.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yep.
What is a hobby that you've discovered in the last year?
Embroidery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chris?
I have to answer it, right?
Can you top that?
Oh,
Yeah, you have to
sorry.
answer
I
as
thought you were
well.
going to ask her. I thought you were going to ask her all the questions.
No,
and then
no,
come
no.
back to me.
You jump in straight after.
Scuba diving.
Your favorite
Nice.
vacation place?
Maldives.
Yeah. Costa Rica.
Favorite co-star?
Oh, you're getting pass.
That's
I'll offend a few of them by not saying.
Yeah, you get me in trouble.
Okay.
But,
Kate Blanchett. There you go.
wow, I love her. My favorite co-star, Akshay Kumar.
One thing you stay away from, people or things?
Definitely people. No brainer.
What do I stay away from?
I would-
deadly
yeah.
snakes. Deadly snakes. Definitely, I'm gonna keep my distance.
Good choice.
Deadly snakes is a very good one. One thing that will always be on your breakfast table?
Eggs.
Water.
Hmm.
Well, I was trying to get into the factual kind of thing, which is I love eggs, but not every day. But water will definitely be there every day. But if you want to say what's my favorite breakfast, I'd say a nice vegetable omelette and pancakes and a big
Amazing.
banana smoothie.
It's basically a buffet. You want a breakfast buffet.
Everything, a whole large
Everything.
section, yeah.
How are we going with our quick fire? We're not doing very well with the quick fire, but I'm loving what we're hearing.
I got
Okay.
lost in breakfast, fantasy there.
That's okay. Absolutely. Okay, a couple more, just a few more. Money, fame, or good health? This one is a no-brainer.
Good health.
Good health first, for
Yeah.
sure. Then
Perfect.
the money. Then the
That's right.
Your favorite song?
important.
Favorite
Sorry?
song?
Your favorite song?
My favorite song is this song called Afreen Afreen by Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. Well, it's you guys won't know, but hear it if you get the chance.
Anything by the Teskey brothers.
Fantastic. If you had an autobiography, what would it be called?
Don't read.
You should go first, Chris. Don't read.
Don't bother with reading my story. It's not that interesting.
That'll definitely get people to read it. People love reading things that well not to do.
See what I did there? You see what I did?
Oh, I'm gonna take that one.
Chris, I think there's already a book. I think Andy Lee got to that one. Surely your children have read Do Not Read This Book.
They have. This is their favorite one as well.
Brilliant. It's brilliant. Okay, red wine or fresh juice?
Red wine.
Fresh. Oh.
Your legacy?
I think I would be known by how many people I made smile, Yeah. I made happy. Yeah. That's how I want to be remembered. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say a similar thing. That to remembered as being kind and someone who was fun to be around.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That was a great rapid fire session. I'm sure that our viewers know you better now or know something quite different.
They know that we're not very good at rapid fire questions. That's what they know.
It's great. Well, it's nearly time to end our show. I'll throw to both of you for a parting message if you have one.
Well, it's been wonderful talking to you both. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Stay happy, healthy, and I will see you soon.
Yeah, that was short and sweet and nice, very to the point. I agree with Chris. Stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you for watching. This actually was a really, really nice chat. I'm glad that we could do this together. And I'm really looking forward to having more such chats with you guys. I learned today that Chris and me both like the water. Yeah. And so, yeah, it was really fun talking to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you both so much for joining me today. A huge thank you to our audience for watching as well. Please check out our Swisse IN Instagram, where we have a lot of other content as well. You can also explore the complete Swisse range on www.swisse.co.in and choose the products that fit your needs. Thank you very much. Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.